A paper-thin membrane sits beside a tall column of empty space. The sheet is less than a millimeter thick, but for water vapor, it can behave like meters of still air. The sheet does not contain that air. The number describes equivalent resistance, and it is called SD. So what is SD? SD is the thickness of a still air layer that would give approximately the same resistance to water vapor diffusion as the actual material layer. It is measured in meters, and it is called equivalent air layer thickness. The formula is simple. SD equals mu times d. Mu is the dimensionless material factor. D is the actual layer thickness in meters. Multiply them, and SD is expressed in meters. Here is a transparent example. Mu equals 10. D equals 0.10 meters. SD equals 10 times 0.10 meters, which equals 1.0 meters. The layer resists vapor about like 1 meter of still air. Different combinations can give the same SD. Layer A, mu 100, D 0.001 meters, SD 0.10 meters. Layer B, mu 10, D 0.010 meters, SD 0.10 meters. Thin and dense, or thicker and less dense, meet at the same resistance. SD is a property of the installed layer. Mu is a property of the material. Change the thickness, and SD changes even when mu stays the same. Larger SD means greater resistance. Smaller SD means lower resistance. Important warning: SD is not a physical air cavity. The wall does not contain that meter of air. SD is only an equivalent resistance number used for comparison. SD is also not air tightness. SD describes diffusion through the material. Air tightness controls bulk air movement through gaps, joints, and penetrations. A high SD layer can still leak air if its joints are open. Common errors. SD alone does not judge the whole wall. It is not drying time. It is not thermal resistance. It is not liquid water resistance. And a single SD value does not predict condensation on its own. For real projects, use declared product data. Manufacturer SD values, or values calculated from declared mu and thickness, apply to specific products. Variable permeance products may declare SD as a range, not a single number. SD equals mu times d. It is equivalent air layer thickness in meters. Larger SD means greater diffusion resistance. SD is not an air gap, not air tightness, and not a full wall verdict. Always check declared data and local requirements. This video is educational and general. It does not replace product declarations, engineering analysis, or local requirements. Use manufacturer data and applicable standards for real design or compliance decisions. Next up, Node C02-014 continues the series.